And he describes this concerto as being like Harry Potter meets Sibelius, which I love.
They would have been great pals.
Yeah, they would have got along well. Both magic in their own way.
G'day, Ben.
G'day, Graham.
How are you?
Good. Yep. Happy to be back in Christchurch again.
Back in an EV City Tesla.
Yes, here we are, our natural habitat.
Back in the studio.
That's right, in the studio.
Look, welcome back. We have an absolute banger of a Masterworks program coming up.
Yeah, we sure do.
And I know that it is one that you're particularly fond of. We do have just a touch of Aotearoa creativity with a piece by the wonderful Dame Gillian Whitehead.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sibelius paired with Kuusisto, something that a lot of people will find new, but my God, lush and delicious Kuusisto violin concerto.
Absolutely. So the first piece I ever conducted as chief conductor with the Christchurch Symphony Orchestra was Sibelius Symphony No. 2. And so I've always loved this work. I studied at the Sibelius Academy for 4 years and I really lived these symphonies. And so it's wonderful to revisit it in my 10th year with the orchestra.
Just going to say it's a significant anniversary this year, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I should say.
And yeah, as you say, we have this wonderful newer work of Dame Gillian Whitehead, which was written in 2022, Retrieving the Fragility of Peace, which is a wonderful example of her orchestral language and contemporary New Zealand orchestral music. It's a very abstract work, it's a very colourful work, and it plays with the ideas, I think, of tension in our lives and release, from that tension. You can hear all of that real frenetic orchestral activity and then moments of great serenity and repose.
Yeah.
And she's just such a legend of New Zealand music.
Isn't she?
Has done it all.
Isn't she extraordinary? I mean, we're so fortunate to have such a rich body now of New Zealand created music and composers who in the main are still living here or spending quite a lot of their time here. So and this is. It really is a piece of our time, I think. It sounds slightly cliched to say, but I believe it's the case.
Great example of contemporary New Zealand orchestral music at the highest level.
And really sets the tone for the rest of the program.
Yeah, it does. And this, as you say, this Kuusisto violin concerto. So Jaakko Kuusisto was a young Finnish composer, sadly passed away a couple of years ago, tragically very young. But our soloist, Andrew Havron, who's one of the finest violinists in the world today, knew Jaakko well. And
yes, they had a relationship.
Yeah, they knew each other. They both competed, I think it was the Queen Elizabeth violin competition in London, and got to know each other as competitors, but became friends and kept in touch over the years. And he describes this concerto as being like Harry Potter meets Sibelius, which I love.
They would have been great pals.
Yeah, they would have got along well. Both magic in their own way. But I think, this is a piece that is instantly accessible to the audience. It's fun, it's virtuosic, it's profound, and it's another wonderful opportunity to discover a new work for our audiences.
And I think this is one of the strengths, frankly, of what the CSO under your baton does and is doing, which is bringing relatively unknown works to the stage, but just helping to identify that there is a lot to immediately enjoy and immediately appreciate in the music. It's not always a matter of having to hear a piece several times before you start to be affected by it. This work and both of these newish, relatively new works on the program, both of those I think are really not just atmospheric but also very engaging.
Yeah, they really are. I think our audiences will love them. And we, after interval, bring everybody back to this majestic sort of landscape sound world of Jan Sibelius with one of the most iconic pieces of all time, one of the greatest endings of a symphony ever.
Yeah.
So something to savour.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you know, we are this year, of course, talking a lot about your time with CSO. You know, the 10 years, and it's been a period of really, I suppose, re-establishing and developing the not only the strength of the orchestra, the strength of the ensemble, but the identity of CSO and the profound connection that the orchestra has to the broader community, and that the community has with and for the orchestra. Is it something that you have found particularly special over the decade?
Oh, absolutely. It's been the most meaningful part of the role, seeing the evolution of the orchestra in that time, seeing the resilience of the orchestra. It's unrecognisable to the orchestra that I started conducting in every way. You know, we've got these wonderful new facilities. The orchestra's playing better than ever. Musicians are incredibly motivated and talented. So it's been an amazing 10 years, I have to say.
Time to go to the rehearsal.
Back to work.